Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Memoria Freese video. And today we are going to be talking about the preservation of the game, and we are going to be talking about how we are preserving the game and how the community is preserving the game more so than anything else. Of course, I'm just being the voice of this preservation, but of course I have to give a big shout out to all of these lovely individuals who are preserving the game, and I'm going to be talking about how you guys can access all of these preserved materials from the game itself. Character stories, event stories, main story quests, stuff from the Bell episode, Eyes episode, and so on and so forth, artworks, music, and so on and so forth will be covered in this video. So of course, if you guys going to enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more content, and let me know in the comment section down below, of course, your fondest memory of Danmachi Memoria Freese, and of course, give some love to all of these people. I'll be leaving their links in the description down below if they have any, of course, and they are content creators. I will be leaving their links in the description down below. But yes, big shout outs to all of these lovely individuals, and give them some love in the comment section of this video or their videos as well. It would truly appreciate it. Now, like the title of this video suggests, at least depending on when you're watching this video, it says nearly complete. There are still some things that are being recorded and preserved as we are speaking right now. And of course, once that is entirely done, I will be editing the title and I will be making a community post. And of course, if this is done, hopefully by the end of service, I will be also making that announcement during the live stream, because we will be doing a 12-hour Danmemo live stream on the final day, of course, confirming that everything has been added and the entire preservation has been complete. I wanted this video to go out now so that people could get started with, downloading the files or making sure that they were able to, save links and everything, of course, depending on whatever may happen in the next couple of, weeks or years or months. You have access to all of this from now, and of course are able to start preserving them yourselves in some way, shape, or form, be it downloading it and saving it on like a USB stick or whatever it may be. I don't know how you guys want to preserve it, but I wanted to get this across to you guys as soon as possible. And with only 2 weeks to go, I think it's good for us to start talking about the preservation from here on out. Of course, we've tried contacting WFS. I've made a video talking about it already and how you can also contact WFS and try and get this game preserved in some way, shape, or form. However, they haven't really responded with anything. Nothing is on their Twitter. Nothing is in the news section. We have no information whatsoever. So unfortunately, we are effectively doing everything ourselves. And of course, some of these individuals are spending a lot of time and a lot of, hours just recording stuff, downloading stuff, dumping stuff, and so on and so forth, which it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And a big shout out to shout outs to all of these guys, because unfortunately I just didn't have the time to do this. And I will admit that I couldn't have done this at all, and I'm saying that these guys have taken the time and effort to do this, and a big shout out to them once again. Much love and appreciation to all of these guys in the comment section. Give them some love, man. Give them some love. Of course, we gotta start off with my fellow content creator and another Danmachi creator. He also does Dokkan Battle as well, Raptor's Delight. Pilk is doing a fantastic job on this front. He's been recording the outfit stories right as we speak. He's actually recording the outfit stories, but he's entirely done with all the English event stories that we've gotten. Of course, there are some stories that came out before the international version released, of course, right? So stuff like Halloween, Year 1, Summer Year 1. I think there's the Anya and Chloe Detective Part 1, of course, as well, that we don't have in English, unfortunately. But we have managed to, of course, we've managed to locate some Japanese videos as well that contain these stories. I just told him to potentially add them to the playlist so that it's easily accessible, and he can just add it to this public playlist, and so that people can actually see the stories from the very first story when the JP version released all the way to, of course, what has been released on the international version and JP version, the final story, which is of course the 6th anniversary story. I mean, he's got everything. Like I said, he's got almost, if not everything. I'm pretty sure he's got everything here. I mean, yeah, 6th anniversary. He's got stuff from even some of the main story quests as well. But like, pretty much he's got everything. He's got almost everything. I think that there's some event stories that are still hidden. I assume he's waiting for them to process and stuff. YouTube can be a little bit of a bitch when it comes to these long form videos as well. So of course, when that happens, he'll probably push them live and they will be part of this playlist. This is, I think, the most important thing we need to be saved from Danmemo, to be quite honest, in my personal opinion. So that's why I'm giving this the first spotlight, because the event stories is what made Danmemo at the end of the day, right? This is what made Danmemo, and so being able to get this is very, very, very significant in my personal opinion. So once again, big shout outs to Pilk for, of course, getting this all across to us. This will be in the top link in the description down below, just because of how important this is to me personally, and I think to the rest of the community as well when it comes to event stories as well. So big shout outs to him. I will admit, Danmachi Memoria, I think he might have made a bit of a misspell there, but you good, Pilk, you good there, you good. As long as the stories are coming across to us, I think that's more important than anything else. Of course, we have Tharuth as well, who's been uploading the main stories at this point in time as well. So you've got new on the side stories. So this is all of the Sword Oratoria stories, basically from volumes 5 onwards to volume 12 effectively, or volume 11 technically, because volume 12 was the 6th anniversary story, right? But this is everything Sword Oratory related. He's of course also done the main story as well. He's done the Ryu Gaiden as well, the Familiar Chronicles Ryu story as well, Lafia's story, Aiza's story as well. I mean, if YouTube were to at least load it in, he would have, we can see he's done it as well. But then you have the Bell story as well. So he's done everything in the main story side of things. So big shout outs to him. Again, this is not an easy effort. I mean, these are still lengthy. Of course, it may seem not that long. I mean, it starts off at like 10 minutes because, of course, these are the first couple of episodes and chapters. But then you get into the nitty gritty and it's like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, and so on and so forth. Recording is not easy. Recording this sort of stuff is not easy, especially with a slightly unstable Danmemo, which tends to like to crash at times, I feel, especially on emulators and stuff, right? It's not easy whatsoever. I know this very well. I have an Elgato and I've connected my phone to the Elgato to record some Danmemo stuff. Not been great. Emulator, not been great. So, bitch, again, like I said, these guys have done a great job in making sure everything's been recorded at decent quality as well, and making it super accessible to all of us. So, yeah. Everything in terms of the event stories is literally right here for you guys to pick up on, and of course go for whenever you want to and whenever you feel like, and whenever you're ready to do so, of course, as well. I think it's amazing that we managed to get all of these sorted out and everything right now. We do also have some more things as well right here as well, again from Tharuth as well, which once again, big shout outs to him. He's gotten some of the character quests as well. We just don't have the outfit stories yet. That's the only thing that we're waiting on from Pilk, but for now we have the character stories as well. We also have all the adventurers skill lists, full assist status and skill list, the Memoria status and skill list. So he's kind of preserved everything of that sort as well. But you guys are also probably here for another thing, and that is of course the Danmachi full dump. Now this is something you guys have probably been waiting for a pretty long time. Of course, this is how you are going to be able to get all the artworks, the title music, everything you want to know, event images, everything you need will be in here. I will be leaving a link down below in the description. Once again, this is something that Weird has done. Of course, you guys already know who Weird is. He's one of the goats in the Danmemo community, of course, making sure that we get all of these data mines on a regular basis. He's the one who does the Imgur links, even for Don Crow as well. You guys might know him from Don Crow, you guys know him from Danmemo. You guys might know him from both, but he's the one who usually does all the data mines. He's also made sure to also put a directory for everything you need, basically, in terms of certain things. He's put in the common requests. So if you want PNG icons, you want the home screen theme songs, home screens before sprite animated home screens. So unfortunately, when it comes to the sprite home screens, right, or the home screens, that is something that we can't necessarily get, unfortunately, especially in recent years, purely because, of course, it's all animated. So they split it up into a bunch of images and then collate it together. The game collates it together when it actually has to be used, right? Whereas originally it would just be very static. It would be just static images and stuff like that we could easily access in the directory. Unfortunately, now it's just spread apart basically, right? It's all in a sprite sheet basically. It's all in a sprite sheet, so it becomes a little bit more problematic there. Of course, if you can collate it together, maybe you could make it work, but it's a lot. There's a lot happening in those animated screens, so it becomes a little bit more tricky. So yeah, novels, portrait sprites, unit art, character images, and so on and so forth. There's a bunch here. Again, there will be a link to it. We also have Weird also dumped a entire APK file for the game itself as well. So maybe in the future, if there is anybody out there, maybe you are not a Danmachi Memoria Freese player, maybe you are. If you know how to potentially reverse engineer this game and maybe create an offline version of the game for the community, just like how the Dragalia Lost community did for Dragalia Lost, there is a possibility you could do so. Again, it requires a lot of back-end knowledge, a lot of coding knowledge, and it's not an easy task at all. It's not an easy task whatsoever, but it is possible. And also, a lot of people tend to fear that this might infringe on copyrights and stuff. As long as you're not doing it for monetary reasons and you're not selling it for commercial reasons or commercial use, it is fine. It is absolutely fine to create an offline version of a game when you're not selling anything or you're not selling it. You're not selling either the game itself or anything within the game, you know, and it's absolutely fine. So this is something that we could see happen in the near future, provided, of course, there are people out there who are willing to, of course, do it at some point in the near future. Obviously, there are all these contents as well. Now, keep in mind, I'm pretty sure Weird said this. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I would need to double check, of course, right? But I'm pretty sure he said this in his Discord message to everybody when he posted it as well, is that you need to download everything. You need to download all of it. All parts are required. You need to download part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, and part 6. You have to download all 6 of these things in order to access every single one of them. The total file size is about 13.7 gigs uncompressed. Each content, zip file or RAR file is 2 gigs basically. So it's also easier for people to download it individually, so that it's, if people have slower connections and stuff like that, it's much more accessible and you can download it over a period of time rather than having to worry about like, oh, I can't download everything in one go because of poor connection. You don't need to worry about that. Weird has accommodated you guys for that as well. But yes, a big shout outs to all of these guys once again for getting this across to us. Once again, I will be updating this video if and when I get more information on, of course, certain things being done and complete, of course, like outfit stories and whatnot. And I will be updating the description and the links down below, of course, with everything you need to know. Now, I want to also give a big shout out to some other people as well that have done a lot for the community as well, and have also actually got their own channels as well with these event stories as well. If you go over to Mediocre and Danmachi, again, he's got a lot of the old stories, like some of the really old stories as well. You can see he's got a lot of subscribers as well, way more than I do, of course. But he was there since day one, and of course, he's got a lot of the older stuff. If we go by or oldest game, for heaven's sakes, I hate YouTube now, man. I don't know why, it's just lagging all the way. But yeah, he's got some of the outfit stories from the Valentine's event onwards 5 years ago. This is about the 1.5 second anniversary, around then, I want to say. I think second anniversary looks about right. I think this is after the second anniversary, or around there basically. But yeah, he's got a lot of the original stories as well. Some extra things such as the special arts and stuff from the original set of units and everything, right? So something to keep in mind, that you can probably come in and pick this up. Yeah, this is Data Live, right? So I think it's around the second anniversary. I think it's a little bit before then or after. I think it's after. I think it's third anniversary, around the third anniversary. But no, it is the second anniversary, because first anniversary US. So yeah, it's just before the second anniversary. I keep forgetting when Data Live's collaboration happened. I keep thinking it was after the second anniversary, but no, it was before the second anniversary. But anyways, that, like I said, there's a lot here as well that you can pick up and of course tackle as well. A bunch of stuff here, of course, that you can access from the original days of Danmachi. And then of course in the most recent days, Gacha Ampus is another person who's been uploading quite a lot of Danmachi stories. Of course, as of late, he's been doing Dan Crow as well, if I'm not mistaken as well. He's done the Valentine's event, as you can see right there, and whatnot. So you guys have the opportunity to obviously access all of these and, you know, check him out as well. He's been doing a lot of the stuff as well. So yeah, once again, big shout outs to all of these guys. And once again, you know, Danmemo holds a close place in my heart, and you know, I kind of feel bad that I couldn't participate in this preservation drive as much as I could, but hopefully me doing this can help out in some way, shape or form for those who are interested and maybe don't have access to sources like Discord and stuff like that, where a lot of these resources were put together and maybe you couldn't go out of your way to find where everything is. Hopefully I could help you guys out in some way, shape or form. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. Please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and of course, like I said in the comment section down below, give a lot of love to all of these individuals who throughout the years have, you know, provided so much to us. Once again, appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.